It just completely cut me off there. Now I've moved. Oh dear. Oh dear. Hello, is anybody coming back? Some iron. Oh, there's a few people. I'm really sorry about that, but the internet just, or Facebook just kicked me off. Oh, that's it. I can see some people are coming back now. I'll see if I can while we're coming back. Yes, I can see people are coming back. I'm so sorry. I don't know what went on there, but Facebook just completely went. Which is what it did the other evening, didn't it? Which is not good. I'm back. Yes, Linda. I'm just going to wind a bobbin while everybody's getting back. I'm back to, yes, I know. I didn't, in my haste, I just put it on. I just went, yes, so in my haste to get it back on live, I didn't do the reversing, so I've gone the opposite way round. Yes, sorry. What is the red material behind me? On the roll, this one here, that is the Christmas fabric that I've got the lunchbox bags in. Hello, Chris. And yes, I am back to front. Right. You know what? I should have done. That's it. I've just wound myself a bobbin. So let's just pop that in so we're ready. That's it. I'm back, Penny. I'm just saying hello to everybody again because it's just, oh, well done, Bridget. Well, I've started and then Facebook kicked me off, so you haven't missed anything yet apart from our little chatter. Let's see, that's it. That's it, people are. No shelf. Oh, on the shelf. Oh, that's a pink, I think, Anne, with daisies on it. Oh, that's it. Just go wrong. Oh, that's it. There we go. Just getting my thread through there. Shelf. Good. Oh, perhaps. Oh, behind me. Perhaps it's in the fat quarter. Found me again, Lindsay. I haven't yet. Did you mean these? Those are fat quarters. You were talking about your next show. I was, Joanna, and then it just cut me out completely. So I'll just wait until, I think most of you are back now, hopefully. That is, hello Jackie, good to have me back. Back for a second time on the same day because it just cut me off. So, yeah, I wonder if Anne is talking about these. These were, I think I've only got, oh Mary, I didn't miss that. What's Mary been doing? Is everybody all right? Mary. Oh, that's good, Mary. I am so pleased too. Oh, I missed that bit. That scanned over quickly. I didn't like to ring Mary, or ring, no, message. But no, I'm glad he's out and hopefully doing well. Good, yes. Yeah, they are Adidas Sitar. I did a set of 5 fat quarters for £10. So I have got a couple of them. Oh, thank you, Mary. I've just got a couple of packs left and then it's all gone. Whoops. Let's put that on there because it's slipping down. Okay. And what I want to do, oh, you see, I am just so unprepared. I think, no, what I might do, I've got the cutting mat under here. Right, I think what I'll do, I'll take these, so for those that didn't see, this is what I was showing you. Whoops. Oh, I can go, yeah, because I'm the right way round. Or the wrong way round to you, yes. Yes, I'm back, Patricia. This, probably for Bridget, because she's only just, and Mary probably. So this is the mini version. Are the red ones Christmas fabrics? Didn't get to see them. No, the red ones are, they are, I can't think what the range was called, but they are Adidas Sitar. So these are Macawa fabrics. They are beautiful. There. So there's 5 like that. Could you please have one? You can indeed. And I'll set one aside for you. So I've just got the 2 packs of 5 fat quarters. But yeah, have you got your car sorted yet? Yes, only just. That was Monday, Joanna, that came back, and it's okay. I'm just so pleased but sadly we are cutting our holiday and coming home. But the healthcare here in San Marlo has been excellent. Oh, good, Mary. Oh, that's good. Who was that? Dawn would love the lunch bag pattern, certainly the big size, but the mini one would be fun too. Yes. Okay, Jackie. So Jackie and Lindsay. Okay. I will have a look. Just see if I can make one more up. I'm not. I possibly can. I possibly can. Would you like to? I can see my emails. Would you like to send me an email? So because obviously to try and think. Jackie and Lindsay. I'll try remember. What was I going to do now? Pop those out of the way. And what I'm going to do is show you what we've got today. Delectable Mountains. Does that mean anything to you? Delectable Mountains. So I did have this is what I was doing. I did a little bit of this yesterday. I might, Lindsay, I might have a bit more. I'll have a check for you. Right, I'm just picking up what I have been doing. So, oops, let's put that back in there. Delectable Mountains. I started big. No, I won't show you big because they're not as. All right, I will show you big. This is, it looks nothing. I did it in calico and grey. So these are both the same. Can you see those? They are Delectable Mountains, but I decided, and I'm going to show you how to make them because they are beautifully easy when you know. Oh, have I stitched them all together, or have I got one? Okay, put that one out of the way, and oh no, that is the one. No, that isn't the one. Oh, goodness gracious. You see, prepared and not prepared. So here I have stitched a few together. Can you see? I'm sure I had one that was just on its own. So has mine, but with something missing. Yeah. So this, I've used a batik with this, and it was just hello again, Tony. Yes, I've only just started. I'm standing up there because, so as you can see from that, there are 1, 2. So to make the mountain, it takes 2 blocks, and I've done another line. I might just. Let me see how I've done another line of them because they can be. Tell you what, I'm going to put it down onto the table so that you can see a lot better when take that out of the way when they're laid out, because it's all to do with placement. Let's just put this that way. I really need a huge desk. Whoops, that's it. Let's put that there. So here we have 1, 2, 3. So what we can do is when we place them together, we can place them like that. So you can see how they work. So they are mountains like so. So they're going up and down and up. But you can also stagger them. So when you stagger, do you see what you get there? so you get an undulating. Is that going down on there okay? Yeah. So you've got that effect where you've got the wavy line. Oh, hello Tracy, you're just leaving work, you're dropping again, okay. So let's just shift that back so it can either be like that or stagger them, and where are we? Like that's just in the middle. So it depends which you like best. Yes. So as I say, because I used a batik which goes through lots of different colours, or lots of bluesy, greensy, mauvey, purpley, it really gives a good effect, doesn't it? Sadie, hi Sadie, you're a bit late. Oh well, I've come on, had a chatter, and then it threw me off, did Facebook. That's a bit gorgeous. Yeah, this was just, I didn't have this particular batik to sell. But it was just a bit that I had laying around from probably years ago. But just imagine if you did your own marbling of your own fabric or tie-dyeing. I think that would look pretty good. So, would you like to see how we're going to make them? Because it is actually quite easy. Look at all these points. Easy peasy. That one's good. That one is not so good. Can you see? I'll just show you. Whoops, that one just there is not quite as perfect as it could be, whereas, oh dear, you see I'm getting used to, that one is, but that's the only place really where we join the two blocks together where it actually makes a difference. So I'll pop those out of the way. So how we're going to do them, now I'll just show you. Right, so here, this was the bigger scale. So I did this one on a larger scale here, which is okay, but I just thought it was quite big. So this one started off as an 8.5 inch square, and then trimmed down to 8. But I decided I wanted smaller, because let me just show you one against the other. So there we are. So if I line that up, that's the sort of size. You can see how much bigger they are. So I've worked this on a 6 inch square. So you start off with, let's pop that out of the way. And I thought what I will do, you start off with 2 squares. Now I've just used calico and a piece of the batik. So they are 6.5 inches square. And then as you see, I have drawn a line across the middle, diagonally across. So 6.5 inches square. These will come out exactly the same as the greeny bluey mauvey there. And all we're going to do is put, well, with my batik, doesn't matter, but right sides of fabric together. So pop that like so. Make sure all those edges line up beautifully. I'm just going to put the pin either side here, just so that it holds it, because we want that to be a perfect match. So I'm going to bring my machine in now just to do, oops, put that back. Oops. So let's just see if I can bring that. Whoops. There we go. So 1/4 inch seam allowance, and I'll go down to my small stitch of 1.8 because I like that for patchwork, and I'm going to, so that lines up there, as I say, so I've drawn that diagonal line, and I'm going to stitch 1/4 inch to each side of it. Now if you have one of these, which is the 1/2 inch rulers, what you can do, just going to put my extension table back on so you can see a bit better. There we go, like so. Right, now this way. So if you have one of these rulers, what you can do with that is pop it on. Let's just open this. I don't know where mine has gone. It's here somewhere. So there is my 1/2 inch ruler. What you can do is the red line down the centre. This one isn't quite long enough, but so this would work on smaller squares. So you could probably go to a 5 inch square, but you put the red line along the diagonal, and then you can draw along each edge, and it gives you the lines to stitch on. So you would draw down this side and that side, and then stitch on the line. What I'm doing here, I've actually drawn the line from one point to the other, and I am going to stitch 1/4 inch to each side. So let's just pop that under. So unlike normal times when you're sewing, when you're doing a 1/4 inch seam, you line the right hand edge of your foot with the edge of the fabric. Let's do that like that, that's it. But this time I'm lining the right hand edge and with the line down the middle, the diagonal, but I've got my foot to the left. So it does feel a little bit strange until you've got used to it. So all I'm going to do is stitch, get that piece of thread out of the way. There we go. Just let it roll through. So we've done this before on quite a few different blocks. Right, then when I get to the end, I'm just going to pull the thread, turn it around, and come back down the other side. So lining the edge of the foot, the right hand edge, with that line down the centre, the diagonal line, and right to the other side. Okay, so there is our block stitch. I'm just going to take this out of the way again, because we have a little bit of cutting to do. So take those pins out, because pins and rotary cutters do not mix. And I just need my rotary cutter here. Sorry, I'm disappearing off. So let's just come back in there. Let's see how. So what I'm going to do first of all, I'm going to use my mat. Let's see. Oh, gosh, this is opposite now to what I was doing previously. Okay, so I've got my ruler lined up with that diagonal, and I'll just cut down there. So I have two pieces, and I've got my iron here. Now have I got my mat? Oh, I have indeed. So we're going to open these out. So we'll put that one there and that one there. Now you can see how that slipped a little, but these squares that started off as 6.5 inch squares, we're actually going to trim down to exactly 6 inches square. And the reason being, because I want, when I cut these apart, I need them to be a nice even number. So what I'm doing first, because I want the seam to go to the dark side, I have set the seam, and then I'm just going to flip. The dark is on the top, and I'll just press that back and open that out beautifully. So I've got a beautiful square there, and similarly here, set the seam by ironing along the seam, and then roll it back, and using the side of my iron, whatever you're using, a standard sized iron, see that needs to come up just a little bit more, just to push that back. Okay, so the next thing we need to do, we have our two squares. So each of your two squares will make you two squares. So what we need to do now, I was just going to show you how to accurately use a square ruler. So this is just over 6 inches square. We started off 6.5, but we're going to trim it down to 6 inch square. Now what you need to do is this line on here, I'll just put that against there, you see there's a 45-degree angle, this 45-degree line here. That's what we're going to work with, and that line needs to line up with the diagonal line separating the two colours of fabric. So what I do is I have the one and the one, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is a 9-inch square. A 6.5-inch square would be perfect, and 1 to 9 across here. So I'm lining up that 45-degree angle with that line down the centre, and then also I'm looking at the 6-inch and the 6-inch here, and I'm going to move that diagonal line as far as I can up here, but keeping that 6 inches with fabric underneath it. So that's it. But we must have this 45-degree line. Now I think that is as far. It's better to stand up to do it. So that's as far as we can go. Just down there. 6, 6, 6. Okay, yep, I can see I've just got here. So what I'm going to do, I put my hand down, and then I'm just going to trim that edge. Oh, and there's nothing on that edge, right? So there's nothing to trim off here. So then I'll lift the ruler, turn this 180 degrees. So not just 90, but 180. And then I'm going to line up the 6 inches on that edge that we've just cut. And then, gosh, this needed hardly any trimming at all. Then I shall trim the right hand edge, and then I'm just going to move my body, or you won't be able to see, so that I can trim that one as well. So that way, that gives me my perfect 6-inch square. I'll just do that once more. So, actually, if I do it like that, I can stand, right, so 6, I want my 45-degree line. So my 45 degrees is there. And I'm looking at my 6 inches and my 6 inches and moving. So I'm moving my ruler diagonally just so that that 45-degree line stays on my seam. And I can see now that the 6 is on that line, the 6 is there. So I'm going to trim across there and also up there. So 2 sides. And just lift that away. And then 180 degrees, so all the way round. And then I think that may, because I've got 2 sides which were perfect, there we are. Yep. So all I've got here is this little ear to trim off. So I'll just go along there and flick that away. And there I have my 2 6-inch squares. So they're a perfect size. And as I said, the reason I want even numbers, I'm not able to read all the comments at the minute because it's a bit far down. Perhaps I could do it up a bit higher. That's it. That's it. It's because I want to divide this into 4. Hence I had with the grey and ivory one, I had 8-inch because 4 2s are 8. So this one I've got to 6 inches, and I know 4 1.5 are 6. So now's a little bit of cutting, easy cutting, but what you need to make sure is that when you cut, you are going to have them facing in opposite ways. So as it's called Delectable Mountains, think of your triangles as mountains. It doesn't matter if you're looking at the cream ones as being mountains, doesn't matter at all. So there is your mountain, or as I say, so as long as you've got them like that, what you don't want is them like that or like that. So think of building this mountain with your 2 blocks. And then all I'm going to do is cut myself, I'll move this over here a little bit. I'm going to cut 1.5-inch strips. So I'm lining up my 1.5-inch line with the edge. I'll just stand up and cut. You see that? And then this 1.5, line up with the edge and cut. and this 1.5, and press down, cut, and that one is fine. So I won't cut that one at the minute. So what we're going to do here is, that is how they were. Now we're going to change it, and we are going to move the position, and this one to there and that one to there. Can you see what that has done? That has 1, 2, 3, 4. So you're just actually moving them, because they were like, oh no, let's leave that one there. So this was your square. Let me see that there. Got another one cut here. So it would have been originally like so, and that one there, and that one there. So that's how it would have been, like this one here, and then we just move them. So if you move them that way, take that one out of the way, and there you have your Delectable Mountains again. So all we need to do is stitch them together. And so let me move this out of the way here. And it's quite easy, there's no seam matching. So let's just bring that back round there. So all I'm going to do, I'll put these just there so that you can see them. And I'm going to take the first two and put them right sides together. Just line that top edge and just under there. And then I'm just going to stitch down. I'm going to pedal over a bit. So I'm just holding, you can, if you want to use pins, you can. Let's just see. Can you see what I'm doing there? Whoops. Go over that again. And straight to the bottom. And off. Now I'm just going to go over that a little bit again because I know it wobbled. That's better. Okay, so then we'll open it out, and then I just finger press that open a little bit just to hold it. So having got my one like that, that's it. There we are. So then I'll take my next one, and you can see that's the right. So I offer it up to the piece I've stitched to know that I'm doing it in the right position. Right sides together, line up that top edge and put it under. Pin if you like to, but if not, don't worry. And I just hold those. I was actually watching Donna Jordan, and she was saying she doesn't pin all the time. She just holds it and lets the machine do the work. And trim. And then open that one, and you can see they're going together correctly. And then your last one, which is going there. So line that top edge and under the machine. So I've got that, yeah, I have got that there. So top edge of the machine. I then line up at the bottom and then just hold that, and then I can see that the edge of the foot is lining up with the edge of the fabric, so they're even. Okay. So, as I say, it is as simple as that. So the next thing I do, get my mat out again. Now they are saying to me that they want to go that way. They're sort of, so I'll put my side of the iron up at that seam. I'm just being careful of these seams that I don't open them or twist them, and just press that over, and just pulling that away a little bit just so it makes sure it opens them up, and then just go across those seams, just make them nice and neat. And you have got your, oh, that's really hot, just turn that off. So you have your block made there. Now all I would do, I'm not going to make a second one, because what I'm going to do is use these ones that I've already made and join one. So you saw how this is going to go, and I think I'd set it up so that yeah, that's better. So I actually like it with the undulating. So I'm going to put my, just fold that in a bit to bring that over. So here is my end, and if that works, yes, that one is going, can you see how that one is going to fit there? I'll just bring that down a bit. And so that one is going to fit there so that they make that point. So all I'm going to do now then is to bring this one right sides together, and this is the only time that you need to line anything up. So where these two meet here, I'm going to make sure they line up perfectly. So I am going to put a pin just there. Let me show you up there. So it's where, whoops, let's grab hold of that, where those two bits here, the 2 points, where they come together. So I'm making sure sideways that those line up on each other, and you can stitch from whichever end you like. They should match perfectly, but if they don't worry. So I'm going to pop that under the machine, and again I'm just going to hold that. I have got a pin in it this time because I want that point to match perfectly. Okay, and then just make sure that comes over. I can see it's just not quite lined up properly. So then when we open that up, hopefully, oh yes, that's, can you see where that is? What's down there? So that's lined up quite nicely. So there we have our blocks all lined up, and whoops, let's just move that. So we have got, the way I've set them up, they are going to be going up and down and a curvy edge. So the last thing I would do is now put right sides together, and let's see. Yes, unfortunately for me, they are, I'll tell you the other, I'm just going to have a look because I didn't look at this before, but what you could do is have it like that, so that you've got the cream doing the undulating as well, if you only had two. But if you did more lines, that would work also. Or you could have just the ordinary like that, so they're all in lines, or they could be directly above each other or alternating with each other. So there's lots of different variations. What I was saying there was that unfortunately for me, my the seam pressing, I would have liked them to go in alternate directions, but I pressed them as they wanted to go, and so they don't. So when I go like this, I need to line up. What I could do is go into all of these. I'll just put a pin here, I think, to just to give you the, to give you the idea. But what I shall do later is, because when you have a seam on top of a seam like that, and they're both going in the same direction, you don't always get a perfect join there. So, as I say, what I shall do later is iron all these seams on one set. So So all of my seams here, oh, yeah, they're all going that way. So I'm going to iron them all back the other way, and then they will nest at each intersection. But you can sort of see just about how that's going to come up. So let me just see what's up here. Oh, I didn't go off again, did I? I hope not. Did I go off again? Oh no, here we are. Oh, it's gone right back to the beginning. Okay. Right. Oh, lovely, Sharon. Not a sausage. Right. They should. Well, there were some. What day is it? Wednesday. Oh, that's because they went. Some went Monday morning, so I would have hoped that they'd been with you today. Yeah, that's a shame. Oh, what's missing with yours, Shirley? You'd have to send me a message. Oh, I love that, love that, love that. Is there a special number on the quarter for a quarter? Yes, Patricia. If you have a electronic machine and you can alter the width of your stitch, put it to, so the width only, put it to 5.5, and that will give you a 1/4 inch seam allowance using your standard foot. What I would do, so move the width to 5.5, then with your standard foot on, get a piece of fabric and just stitch as if you're stitching a seam with the side of the foot lining up with the edge of the fabric. Then just measure it with your patchwork ruler, measure it just to make sure it is exactly a 1/4 inch. If it's not, you can alter it, because there's the odd Elmer machine that takes a 6, but the majority of machines, a 5.5 gives a perfect 1/4 inch seam. Okay, Carol's been wanting to use it. Yes, I think it's a bit gorgeous. Yes, it is. Oh, you love the grey, Maggie? Yeah, and that's the bigger one. So the grey was on an 8-inch square. So started off. So there's your grey. That started off as an 8.5 inch, and then just like I showed you how to make it to trim it down to exactly an 8 inch. Then that's how you would do with this. But as I say, starting off with an 8.5 inch. Will you have more? They haven't come through yet, Joanna. I will get some more batiks, but they are basically, I've got 2 little bits left actually, or I have got some fat quarters, some half meters. So I could bring those to you again. More effective, smaller, yeah. That could be the batik. Yeah, I like, it was a colour, I just picked it up to give it a go, and then, oh right, yes, hi Glenys. Glenys says hi to everyone. Bridget, thank you for explaining how to square it. Nobody else has ever explained. Oh, yeah, well I hope, I mean, I'll explain it again another time, because I don't think people don't explain about your, you know, you probably say the 45-degree line on your ruler is because you want to cut bias binding strips. But depending on your, it really does matter that this 45-degree line lines up with your seam down here, because if it doesn't, your square won't be a square. And that is what it's all about. So I will, because it's something, if you don't, I very rarely trim up squares, because I like to, let's see, if I'm doing something like this, like we made this, where we had 2 squares of fabric, I add the 7/8 of an inch. So if I wanted this to finish up 6 inches square, I would cut 2 squares that are 6 and 7/8 of an inch. Then I would do my drawing the diagonal line, stitching to either side, cutting down my drawn line, opening it out so I get this, and this will be a 6-inch square. once it's joined together is what I mean, but it will give you the exact the exact dimensions for, or rather it will come down to 6.5, which once you stitch them together will give you a perfect 6-inch square joined together, which is why then I don't trim down. But to make sure you do get your 6-inch square, you may want to start off with 2 7-inch squares, because you don't like looking for that 7/8 of an inch mark. Let's have a look on here. You see on here your 7/8 of an inch mark will be, I get my, so the 7/8 of an inch is just there. Whoops, that's that. So it's that little one. Here's your whole inch, there's your 1/4 inch, and this one right in the middle. 2 times 8 main pattern pieces. Right, so the 7/8 of an inch there, whoops, just there. So it's quite, you know, it's not the easiest to see, but as I was saying, so if you want to cut a 7-inch and then trim it down to size, but doing it the right way will give you the exact same result. Just takes a little bit longer. But thank you, Bridget. Keep turning around upside down, drives me nuts. It is actually far easier at a workshop, a hands-on one, where you can see, where you can look over my shoulder and see where I'm lining it up. And so I'm glad you, yeah, no, it happens, it happens. Any news on the stripology? Not yet, Lindsay. They take a few days to come through. So I've got the odd wall pressing mat. I've got to get the website going as well. Oh, there is so much to do, so much to do. Lots of different sizes and still struggle. I knew exactly what you meant. I knew, yes. Yeah, but it is easy. That's Sharon saying that. Well, again, it is really easy. And what perfect result. You can do this. You know, there is not a shadow of a doubt that you can't do this. So, and you'll get exactly the same results as these, if not better, because it is breaking it down into the steps that you need to do, and it doesn't take that many steps, does it? It's the 2 squares together and drawing that diagonal line, and then stitching either 1/4 of an inch either side of the line, cutting down the line, and then pressing it, and then just getting your square. I mean, that's the thing, to get your exact 6-inch square or 8. So I will say as well, if you want to do it even bigger, start off with and you want 10 inches, because you can have 5 peaks. So that way, start off with a 10.5 inch square, and then once you've stitched and got your half square triangles, and you want to trim it down to 10 inches, and then you can cut 5 2-inch strips. Or if you only want to have 4, you cut 4 2.5-inch strips. So you do it whatever size you like, but make it easy on yourself, because you don't want to be cutting strips that are 1 3/8 inches. Yeah, 1 3/8, 1 3/8, 1 3/8. I don't know what that would come out to be. You want it to be a nice, easy number. Takes me ages to cut. I move the cutting board is moved so I can cut right-handed. Yeah, that's the other thing. I've just ordered some rotating cutting mats, because they are good too. And this is one that, yeah, a rotating cutting mat works perfectly, because you don't need to. I try and do my cutting on the corner of a table, and then you can move your feet round to be able to cut on 2 edges. Oh yes, okay, Anne, see you tomorrow. Thought I did it in individual, should have known. Yes, now it does look as if I did. And you imagine all of that, it would be like, I suppose it possibly could. So what, I've got these cut already. So let's get these ones here. So you'd have your strips, right, so I've got my strip. So each time you're going to have to put right sides together, like we join strips for our binding, stitch across there, flip it back, and you got the same. Oh no, no, Sadie, this is really my cup of tea. Yeah, it looks good, it looks good. Hello, Erica. Oh, you love the design and the colours are gorgeous. Yeah, yeah. Looks like your next project. Oh, Chris, yes. Yeah, well, this is Karen. I was thinking that as a bag. I'm thinking it could be a table runner, just with the two. So you've got these undulating lines. So you've got those undulating lines going up the centre of the table. I think that would be good. I might even put one on her chanda. I don't know. I have to think about it. I need the right fabric to make it stand out. Whoops, do it that way, yeah. To make it stand out. But yep. But as the front of a bag, I thought lovely. That was going through my mind as well. I sometimes sit down for a couple of hours and I just deliberate what. I start off with a basic type of bag, and then I think, what can I do to make it that bit different? Yeah. Oh, Deborah's finally caught up. We'll look back at what you've missed. Okay, there's probably 2 bits, or there might be 2 bits because Facebook cut me off. So, okay, Shirley, that's fine. But yeah, have a look. Yeah, okay, Penny. What time are we? Oh, yes. You got your Hajanda order today. Lovely. I was hoping most of them would be there today. Okay, Sandy got yours as well. Lovely. Yes, Vera, do have it go. And remember, when you've made something, even a little bit, pop it on the Sew Trisha Sews page. It would be lovely. There's so many of you now. I can't think 400 plus, which is really lovely. We were, I don't know, we were about 150, say, at one point. But now so many people are putting their, and it's a lively one because lots of you are putting all your makes on there, and it's absolutely lovely. It's wonderful, thank you. No, Sue, I will have a look. No. Yeah, Patricia, you may have lost me, but I lost you all. It just went. No, it's all right, Sue. I'll have a look. Definitely Sandy's kind of thing. Joanna, rotating cutting mat. Yep, I will. Well, you see, I was without. I will have to see, but I might, and this is only a might, do a fabric sale on Sunday, and only might. I will let you know as soon as. But you see, if I haven't got internet properly, it will be a pain, and it will just put me all out. But I need to make sure that I want all my Hachanda things to have been done as well. But I will see. I'm not promising anything, but then as soon as I I've got my bits and pieces together, I can put all these things on there. I think it would sell out. Oh, I might do that then, Bridget. You see, you tell me these things. You say, Trish, that'll be a sellout. And what happens? It does. Yes, and Tracy thinks it would be nice on a bag. Look at cares a table runner. Yes, with Christmas. Yes. It was Tony. You're reading my mind. It was going through my mind as Christmassy fabric. And you see, it's going back through my mind again now. But I can't, yeah. You see, because sort of half of my mountain is one fabric here, I couldn't have, I would like to see it in lots of different fabrics, but it can't do that because all these strips are cut from one. Oh, I just thought, yeah. I could mix them around, couldn't I? I could mix them around. Thank you, Tony. See, you're making me think. It could be a Vanessa bag. Yes. I've got another name for my V bag though, because Babs sent me or suggested a lovely name with a little story behind it, and so it won't be a Vanessa bag. I might. I don't know if I know. I might do a little question on that. Well, I think Erica and Paula, I still haven't sent your scrap bags yet. Oh, but I will. Okay. Have you thought about doing something like this? Lovely, should sell well. Okay, Lindsay. Could make it very, yes. Yeah, that is, yeah, it is quite Christmas tree looking. Yes. Have to go now. Bye then, Sheila. Yes, Sharon. That's what, yes. Just make several and mix them up. Yeah. I think that's good. I think that's really good. Really. Okay, I'm worn out with thinking now, but it's lovely being having your company this afternoon. I'm sorry about the cutout. Vera for Vera Lynn, yeah. Yeah. Oh, scrap bags. Yeah, Paula and Erica won scrap bags, but perhaps I shall have to make up some scrap bags. The only thing with scrap bags, I think a scrap is a scrap, but you know sometimes I think it's thought that there would be. I think mine were fine. I think because I did scrap bags, I think last Christmas time on the Chanda. So they were sort of bigger-ish pieces. So I just got rid of really Christmas stock and just cut them off the bolt. So it wasn't just even ends of bolt, but it's very hard. It's very hard to know what. I want to get some Moda scrap bags, and I keep asking, but I can't get hold of any. Anyhow, I'm waffling on still. Lovely to have your company, all of you. I've missed you, and I'm glad to be back. Hopefully with better news tomorrow that it's all right. That everything's all right with the internet, but I've got my fingers crossed. Please keep your fingers crossed too. And I'll be with you tomorrow. So stay safe and take care. Glad you've enjoyed it all. Thank you very much. Bye bye then.